Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, day 28. And here's the day's sketch. Oh, we are so close to the end and I'm so sad. So I did have this page kit put together and I'm showing you this sketch again. I am going to create those flowers using that stencil and these 3 distress inks and my little makeup blender brush there. I had a lot of scraps in this kit. This was actually one that I had put together for the Baby Got Scraps January series and ended up not using it. So I'm going to use that really cool mosaic piece as my 12 by 12 background. And I'm just going to level it out. Level it. Align it so that it is even and on the top portion of the page as the sketch calls for. I was thinking about fussy cutting that with my scissors, but that's a no-go. So I'm going to grab my trimmer and I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. So now I am going to figure out roughly where I want my pictures to go. I do know that I'm going to use these 2 pictures of me and my puppers, B. I do get a B on this layout as well. So I'm just kind of looking and trimming them up just a smidge when I print my pictures at home. So sometimes the paper gets a little askew and there's like a little hair of white on the side of the picture and I just don't like that. So I do fix that by just trimming it off. I go ahead and adhere the pictures together and I'm going to take my pencil and just draw a line just a smidge behind it so that I know where to put my stencils, because I don't really want to put my picture down and then put my stencil. So we got to go this way. I got that stencil in the very first scrapbooking kit club I was ever in. I think it was Club Scrap, and I only got it for a couple months and started getting the Hip Kit Club, and that was back in like 2006, 2007. I just recently rejoined the Hip Kit Club, so I can't wait to get my new order. Anyway, enough about that. I do take the lightest color, and I believe that is, let me find it, I will tell you, Victorian Velvet, and I'm going to do 2 big flowers at the top on the brown, and then 1 down there on the color. You're not going to really see the 3rd one, but visual triangle, you'll notice it, but you won't be able to really see the details. I go ahead and pull out my scrap paper because I'm going to run this one off the page and I needed something to draw on. I just get those down. Now, this stencil was not easy to line up for the 2nd and 3rd applique. It took me quite a minute. So I'm going to have to get this out and make some little marks on this stencil so I know how to line it up in the future. I do just go ahead and grab a towel and just roughly clean that off and my brush. And then I'm going to come in with the next color, which is Gathered Twigs, I believe. I'm double checking. Yep, Gathered Twigs. And it takes me... yeah, it takes me a while. So while I am trying to line this up, I do want to remind you that today is 30 Days of Sketches. So in the description box listed below, I will have all the fantabulous channels that are playing along. So when you're done watching my video, please go ahead and hop on over to their channel. See what they were inspired to create with this sketch. What kind of layouts they come up with. I love watching all the videos. Because it's like, excuse me, some people, they follow the sketch and then sometimes we go rogue. And I love watching that. Like one day I'll follow the sketch and somebody will go completely rogue and the other day I'll go completely rogue. And it's just really fun to see like how so many people can look at the same sketch and interpret it in so many different ways. Okay, sorry, there's a delivery man outside and my dog was like barking, so I had to stop the editing real quick. So now I'm on to the darkest color, which that one I cut away because that was taking like a forever long time to align that up. And that is Ground Espresso. And this is the third one that you can barely see, so I wasn't so sure about lining that one up. I do go ahead and take this other scrap, and these are fairly large scraps, but those are the type of scraps that I really like because you can get a lot out of them. And I'm just going to run this under my pictures. They needed a shelf. They needed something to sit on, so I'm going to go ahead and create the shelf. And I do grab my T-square ruler so I can line that up. I'm going to adhere my pictures straight to the page. I don't know, leave me some comments down below. Do you guys always matte your photos, or do you do like I do and only do it when it, feels right? Like that's how I scrapbook. I scrapbook and what I feel looks good and how I'm going to make things work. And I honestly believe half the time I matte my photos and the other half I don't. So I don't know. I've had some comments that the only thing on Facebook when I put some stuff that there was a couple comments that people would say the only thing they would have did different on a couple of my layouts was to matte the photo. And I didn't really ask what they would do different, but these people or person felt the need to let me know that, and I appreciate all feedback. I just always try to say it's just how I felt at the moment, or I didn't have any paper that I wanted to matte with. I mean, I have paper, but let's be honest, sometimes I'm just lazy and don't want to go look for it. So I use what's sitting on my desk because that's the whole point of the page kits and the iris container kits that I put together. And I pull certain things out and I make it work so that I'm not always looking through my stash trying to find something to go on a layout, because that would take forever. And scrapbooking is fun. For me, it's relaxing, and sometimes I absolutely am totally in love with the layout that I create, and sometimes I'm like, well, it's documented. It's done. I don't have to worry about that. I got this stuff used up. That's how I feel sometimes, too. Like, I'll put something on the layout and completely hide it, and I'm like, well, I got it used. But that's just me. So, I don't know. Leave me a comment down below and see how you guys feel about that. Like this right here, it's teepee. Little teepee tent. Well, I'm never going to use that. But it's used, it's on the layout, and it worked. I made it work. I did fussy cut out some of those flowers, and I'm just sticking some little random tags here and there. Some of these, when I first started scrapbooking again, back in 2006, 2007, and then I started really getting into scrapbooking and playing around, and then I would say it was probably 2014 was when I found, I've always had a planner. I've always loved a planner. So that was pretty much when I found planners on YouTube. And I thought, oh yeah, I could do this. So I did like what all of us great crafters do. And I bought a whole bunch of stuff and never used it because I never got into it. Like, I still use my planner, but I don't really decorate it. I stick maybe a sticker and some washi tape every once in a while if I'm bored and don't really want to play with anything else. So as you see there, while I was going off on a tangent and the video was almost done, I did go ahead and create some clusters. I had fussy cut out those flowers from another sheet, and I went ahead and added in some lots and lots of brown rub-ons because I want to use them so that they don't, break. And my title right here is going to be Bee Time. I do get a bee on the page. I don't know if you've seen that. It's up in the cluster underneath the teepee. But my video is quickly coming to an end. So give me a thumbs up if you liked the page. Don't forget to go check out everyone else that's playing along.